Cathy, you are the Vice President for Land and Exploration for Devon Energy. Can you start off, if you will, talking to us a little bit about what your day-to-day is like?
One of the things that I love about my role is that every day is different. And so it can be spending a good portion of my day reviewing and executing agreements that we've been working on, sometimes for months at a time. The next moment could be going in a room talking about our portfolio and changes we may need to make to it through trades or divestitures. And I may then shift to working on a regulatory change that's going on and figuring out how to mitigate the risk for Devon or how we might need to engage in the conversation. So I love that every day is a little bit different, and the scope of what I do is pretty broad. So my day-to-day is sometimes difficult to describe to someone, but that's the part I enjoy most.
Interesting. Keeps it interesting, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
With looking at that, can you tell us a little bit about what actually got you interested in the oil and gas industry, and then what keeps you here?
Great question. I started growing up in Oklahoma. You have a tendency to be familiar with the oil and gas companies in town and the industry in general, and so I was always familiar with it. But my mother started working at an energy company, and I had the opportunity to go for an internship, and that internship happened to be in the land department. And so when I was in college, I began to understand what a land department did and the scope of everything that they touched and their ability to impact the operations, impact owners, surface owners, mineral owners, and I fell in love. It was one of those where it kind of hit all of the things that I was interested in. And the part that I probably love still today is that it is an opportunity to be the face and the voice of the company externally. Because when owners are calling in or owners want to ensure that you agreed to this on a lease or you agreed to this on a surface agreement, is that really going to happen? When is that going to happen? And so knowing that we're the voice and the face of the company is something that I take very seriously, and it has always appealed to me that we could be that ambassador for the company. So your question of what keeps me here, well, a lot of the same things. I still love being the ambassador for Devon and talking to external parties, but I also am very proud of working in this industry. I think that a lot of people have some negative perceptions of the oil and gas industry, and I'm not one of those. And so I take it upon myself to help educate, because I believe that what we do really enriches the lives of a lot of people, from healthcare, from our ability to carry cell phones around, to everything that we're capable of doing. I also think that we're an incredibly innovative industry. And what keeps me in this industry is I think we have the opportunity to continue to progress all forms of energy. So it excites me, it still challenges me, and working at a place like Devon keeps me coming back day after day.
And Cathy, with trying times in the oil and gas industry, which come back and forth, of course, can you talk to us a little bit about Devon's business focus, how you all, maintain that positivity and moving forward? Any of that you can share with us?
Absolutely. No, I love to talk about Devon. So we do know we're in challenging times. And so, we're very realistic optimism. I mean, we understand the environment that we're in, but we're, like many other companies, we're going to continue to stay focused on maintaining capital discipline. We're going to be focused on generating free cash flow. We have an incredible balance sheet at Devon, so we're going to be very protective of our financial strength. And we feel strongly about being kind of top of our peer group when it comes to ESG performance. So we have a lot going on for Devon, and I can be incredibly optimistic about our future. We have 4 core areas that, in each of them, very exciting things going on. So we're focused in the Delaware Basin, the Powder River Basin, the Eagle Ford, and the Stack. And so pretty diverse portfolio. Our most active program is obviously in the Delaware. We've got 9 rigs running, But we have a new JV with Dow in our stack position, and we're continuing to explore the Niobrara in our Powder River Basin. So a lot of exciting things going on at Devon, and gives me the ability to be very realistic in my optimism.
That's really great to hear. Thank you for sharing that. I want to go back a little bit because earlier I asked you about what keeps you, or what motivates you rather, to be in the industry, and you mentioned your mother having a job in the energy industry, and with her, of course, being your mother, a woman in the industry, and now you're here. Can you talk a little bit about what that has meant for you, and maybe any challenges or positive that has come to you for being a woman in the energy, in the industry rather?
Yes. So my mom did play a big part of my career, and continuing to push me to want to do more and more. But as far as what are challenges for a woman, for me personally, I know that early in my career it was being authentic, because I came into the industry when it was very male dominated, and women fought very hard to be the only woman in the room, and they thought to do that they had to be one of the guys. And that is something that has absolutely changed over the years. And I don't fault those women for, that was the way in which they thought that they could acquire that opportunity. And weren't always helpful to other women, because they thought only one could be there, and they had fought so hard to be that one. But like I said, so much has changed. I think that as a society and our companies, they believe that diversity and uniqueness has value, and they're recognizing that. And so still to this day, I think people are challenged to bring their authentic selves to work. But I believe it's served me well to be very confident in what I bring to the table. So when I think about it, I am a female. I am very competitive. I am a wife and a daughter and a sister and a friend, and I care deeply about other people. I want to be on a team that likes to win. My competitive spirit drives me a lot. And so, I'm lucky at Devon that I have a team around me that cares and believes that what I bring to the table helps us make better decisions. So I hope that for everyone. I hope they get to experience opportunities where they really do get to be their authentic selves, and see that played out in a valuable way.
And that goes into my next question about advice for younger professionals or younger women. That kind of is part of it. It sounds like might be your guidance there, but can you share some advice for us as well?
Sure. Well, I said I have a little bit of a competitive spirit, but I think ultimately it's go for it. Whatever that it is for you, relentlessly pursue it, and be ready for that next challenge. Raise your hand for the opportunity, but also define for yourself what success is. I think people have a tendency to want to pick somebody out and say, that's what I'm going to do. Well, that may not be the right answer for you. So allowing yourself the opportunity to figure out what success is for you is something that I challenge a lot of younger professionals. Really invest in knowing what matters to you. But once you figure that out, go after it.
Thank you for that, Cathy. What about mentors? How important do you think mentors are for women or men, really, anyone in the industry? Your thoughts there?
I have benefited so much from my own mentors. So I am a big advocate for mentoring. I believe everybody has the opportunity to benefit from it. And hopefully I have benefited a few in mentoring them, but the opportunity to be in a safe space, to talk about situations and to get guidance, it's hard to put a value on that, because in that safe space, it allows you to also receive or be willing to receive constructive feedback. That's not a natural state that people have, and when you're in a mentoring relationship, it allows you to grow and develop, because you believe that person is only trying to help you get better, and that's rare. So finding a mentor and investing in that time again, I have personally benefited from so many of my mentors. And yes, I have multiple mentors. I get that question at times.
Wow.
One mentor, a couple of mentors. I do have a couple of mentors, and believe each of them have value to me.
And can I also ask you about your feelings toward being in the 25 Influential Women in Energy this year's class? And additionally, how important are programs like this for the industry?
Yeah, well, I'm incredibly honored to have been selected. I was surprised. Knowing some of the others who were selected this year and in previous years, it's still a little overwhelming. I'm not sure I feel quite worthy of being in the group, but I'm hoping it's an opportunity to for all of the people that played a part in my career, for all of the people that were mentors or advocates for me. I hope it's a proud moment for them, because I couldn't have done anything without all of their support and encouragement. I'm lucky enough now to have a leader that, on a daily basis encourages, challenges, and pushes me. And when I think about that and think about awards like this, my hope is that it inspires somebody else to raise their hand for that next opportunity, to challenge themselves for wanting more. So it honestly means everything to me, because I hope it's making all of those people who played a part in my life and my career, I hope it's a proud moment for them.
Oh, great. We really appreciate you sharing that story, and congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Cathy. And for Heart Energy, I'm Jessica Morales.